Walden, and also to all the people all around the world who's watching a live stream. Everyone, welcome. Today we are celebrating International Day of Yoga, and at the same time we are receiving the summer solstice, which represents abundance of light. The earth is closer to the sun. In Vedic traditions, the sun represents the Sadguru, the one who takes us from darkness to light. In the Upanishads, we read, "O Lord and essence of light, lead me from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality." The Guru shows us the path of yoga, a way to live life with integrity, balance, grace, love, gratitude, right understanding, devotion. Through the practices of Hatha Yoga, chanting, meditation, Ayurveda, study of the scriptures, and community, we align ourselves to light. The path of yoga is a gift we all receive from Mother India. So we're very happy to receive all of you this day and to share with all of you all the gifts that we receive from India. We want to thank all the participants that have been here at Shanti Mandir Walden, taking the Hatha Yoga retreat. It has been a beautiful moment together, just sharing the teachings and coming together to touch that space in the heart that it's light in everyone. And we will continue the Hatha Yoga retreat until next Wednesday. So if everyone would like to come and have just a class or have some time with us, you are welcome also. So this morning, the program will be divided like into stages. So at the beginning, Sean will give us a presentation about the path of yoga. Afterwards, Lila Carpentino will offer a pranayama practice. And then Tanya and Sean will do an asana demonstration. And after this, Paula will come and guide us in the next stage of the program. So welcome everyone with love and respect from my heart and from the heart of everyone. Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai.
All sizes. Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Namaste everybody, and happy International Yoga Day. It really is a joy and an honour to be here today at Shanti Mandir, surrounded by the community we're all getting to know, and in a place that's dedicated to peace and to practice and to coming together to understand our true nature. So as you know, we have a yoga retreat happening at the moment. So if you're inspired today, come and join us on Monday and Tuesday and get a class with these divine teachers. And so I just wanted to take a moment to, in gratitude, to honour these three teachers that have come here, taken their time to share their wisdom that's really touching all of our hearts and helping us on this journey. So thank you, Paula. Thank you, Mary. And thank you, Kelly. Where's Kelly? Okay. So today I've been asked to speak about the path of yoga. And so when I first was asked this, it made me smile. Because if you'd have asked me many years ago about what yoga was, I probably would have spoken about postures, flexibility, breathing techniques, or meditation. But life has a way of deepening the understanding. Over the years, yoga has taken me across the oceans and the continents. It's taken me into ashrams and into sacred places. It's taken me into moments of great joy and great challenge. And through it all, my understanding of yoga has gradually changed. Today, when I hear the words, the path of yoga, I no longer think of something that begins on the mat. I think of a journey of remembering, a journey of returning to something that has always been present. So perhaps another way of saying this is, yoga is the path that gently guides us home. So I was born in Western Australia, so I apologise for any misunderstanding today. I have this accent. But Australia is a land of vast horizons, of ancient stories, and a deep connection to the earth. At that time, I had no idea where life would take me. Like many of us, I simply just followed the path and the next step appeared before me. Over the years, these steps carried me far from the place where I began. They carried us across oceans and across continents. To India, where we encountered ancient traditions and teachings that have been passed down for centuries. To Hawaii, where the spirit of the land and the ocean offered its own wisdom. We travelled to sacred places, teachers, communities, and friendships that helped shape our understanding of life. And eventually those steps led us here, to Shanti Mandir. So looking back now, I can see that every outer journey was reflecting the inner journey that had taken place at the same time. At first I thought yoga was something we practiced, something we did for an hour on the mat, a discipline, a technique, a way of improving myself. But slowly, my understanding began to change. The more I travelled, the more I realised that yoga was not simply a practice I was doing. It was becoming a way of simple question. What is yoga? When we hear the word yoga, many different images arise. We may think of postures, we may think of flexibility, we may think of breathing exercises and meditation. And all of these are beautiful aspects of yoga. In Sanskrit, the word yoga comes from the Sanskrit term to yuj, which means to yoke. The union of breath and awareness. The union of the individual self and the universal self. Over the years, I've come to feel that yoga is also something wonderfully simple. Yoga is that has never actually been lost. The practices of yoga do not create our true nature. They reveal it. They remove the obstacles that prevent us from recognising what has always been here. The sage Patanjali described yoga in a simple and profound way. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is the stilling of the fluctuations of the mind. When the surface of the lake becomes still, it clearly reflects the sky. So in the same way, when the mind becomes quiet, we begin to see more clearly. Not through a belief, not through philosophy, but through direct experience. Yoga is not asking us to become something else. It's inviting us to discover what is already here, to remember what we truly are. And sometimes that remembering arrives in the most unexpected ways. For me, one of those moments arrived by standing in North Carolina with an inflatable globe in my hand. So several years ago, Tanya and I were standing in North Carolina and we were preparing a trip back to my hometown in Western Australia. And Tanya happened to be holding one of those inflatable globes. So we started looking at it, and we're looking at where we were on the planet and where I'd been born. And as we traced our fingers across the globe, we realised something remarkable. Wilmington was almost exactly the opposite side of the earth from my hometown. The antipode is the furthest place you can possibly travel from where you were born. Whoa. So I remember looking at that globe thinking, hang on, wait a minute. I've travelled to the opposite side of the planet and I've gone as far away from my hometown and I'm still here. So then I wondered, who is this I that is still here? The body had travelled thousands of miles. The scenery had changed. The people had changed. The language had changed. The seasons had changed. Almost everything had changed. Yet there was something that felt exactly the same. The same awareness that looked through these eyes as a child in Western Australia was looking through my eyes at the other side of the world. And this moment stayed with me. The more I reflected on it, the more curious I became. Because the body had changed, the places had changed, even my beliefs had changed. My understanding of life had changed. Yet there was something that felt unchanged. And that led me to one of the central questions of yoga. Who am I? So the more I sat with this, the more curious I became. So who am I? If I'm not my name, if I'm not my profession, if I'm not my history, not my successes, not my failures, have you ever asked that question? The question has been asked by so many seekers. Who am I? For thousands of years. Not as a philosophical exercise, and not as an intellectual puzzle, but as a doorway to direct experience. If I'm not this changing body, and if I'm not the changing thoughts, and I'm not these changing emotions, then who am I? The sages tell us that beneath all these changing experience, there's something constant, something aware, something present, something that witnesses every thought, every feeling, every experience. The body changes, the mind changes, yet awareness remains. So right now, as you sit here, notice the thoughts that come and go. Notice the sensations that come and go, the feelings that come and go. But something is aware of them all. So what is that? So yoga invites us to investigate this mystery for ourselves, not through theory, through direct experience. And perhaps that is why the journey of yoga is ultimately an inward journey, not a journey towards something new, but toward the recognition of what has always been here, the recognition of our true nature. So yoga is remembering. The more I walk this path, the more I've come to feel that yoga is about not becoming something, it's about remembering. Remembering what has always been present. Remembering the peace that is already here. Remembering the awareness that has accompanied us through every experience of our lives. The practices of yoga are beautiful. We have asana, pranayama, meditation, mantra, selfless service. All of these practices prepare us, but they are not creating our true nature. The sun doesn't need to be created. It just has to be removed to see it. That prevent us from recognising what has always been here. Muktananda When I first heard these words, I found them inspiring and mysterious. What does that mean? God dwells within us, as us. Over time, I've come to understand that yoga is inviting us to discover this for ourselves. Not through adopting a new identity, not through becoming more spiritual, but through direct experience, through stillness, through awareness, through presence. The more deeply we listen, the more we begin to notice that beneath all the changing thoughts, the changing emotions, and the changing circumstances in life, there is a quiet presence that remains. A presence that's already whole, already complete, already at peace. And perhaps this is what we're remembering. Not something new, but something ancient, something intimate, something closer than our breath. The self. The awareness that has been here from the very beginning. And the beautiful thing is there are many approaches to this discovery. So one of the great beauties of yoga is that there's many paths. Some enter through service, and this is karma yoga, the yoga of selfless action, serving without attachment to results. And then some enter through devotion, the yoga of the heart, the path of love, the path of surrender. Some enter through jnana yoga. This is the yoga of knowledge, asking the timeless questions, who am I? And some enter through meditation and inner practice. This is Raja Yoga, the path of inner stillness. So these paths may appear different. They lead of each of these paths. We serve, we love, we question, we meditate. Life itself becomes the practice. And every sincere step taken with awareness becomes part of the journey home. One of the most profound teachings on this journey came not through a book, but from a mountain. A mountain that has drawn seekers for centuries. Arunchala. So this year, Tanya and I travelled to southern India, and we had the great blessing to be drawn to the sacred mountain of Arunchala. For centuries, the sages have spoken about Arunchala as not merely a mountain, but as a living presence. As I sat there one morning, watching the mountain in silence, I realised something. The mountain was teaching without words. It was simply being itself, completely still, completely present, completely at peace. And I understood something that day. Presence itself is a teaching. Sometimes the deepest wisdom is not spoken. It is embodied. This is yoga. Not adding more, not becoming more, simply resting more deeply in what is. I know for me the yoga journey began through the body. We arrived seeking flexibility, maybe strength, balance, health. A wonderful time, yoga begins to reveal something deeper. The body is not simply a collection of muscles and bones. It's not the obstacle to spiritual life. It is not something to overcome. The body is a doorway, a temple, a sacred place in which awareness can awaken. Every posture invites us to become more present. Every breath invites us to listen. Every sensation becomes an opportunity to meet ourselves more fully. The purpose of yoga is not to perfect the pose. The purpose is to awaken presence. To inhabit this moment completely. To be here. Yoga honours the body, not because the body is who we are, but because the body is where we are. And this moment right here is where life is unfolding. The body teaches us humility. The body teaches us patience. The body teaches us impermanence. And when approached with awareness, the body becomes one of our greatest teachers. It teaches us how to listen, how to soften, how to trust, how to be present. The more deeply we inhabit the body, the more we begin to recognise something remarkable. The body is constantly changing. Yet this awareness remains. Breath after breath, moment after moment, awareness remains. And perhaps this is why the breath has always held such a special place in yoga. The breath lives at the meeting point of the mind, the body, and the spirit. It's always here, always available, always inviting us back to this present moment. And so we come to one of yoga's greatest gifts, the gift of breath. If there's one companion that has been with us from the beginning of life until this very moment, it is the breath. And one day, often one of the great gifts of yoga is that it brings us back into the relationship with the breath. Not as a technique or not as a tool, but as a living expression of life itself. The breath connects the body and mind. When the mind is restless, the breath reflects it. When the mind is calm, the breath reflects that too. And when we consciously bring our attention to breath, something remarkable begins to happen. We return. The body. We return to this present moment. We return to ourselves. In the yogic tradition, the breath is more than air moving in and out of the lungs. It's connected to prana, the life force that animates all living things. Every breath becomes a reminder that life is happening now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, now. The breath asks nothing from us. It doesn't want us to believe in anything. It does not ask us to become anyone. It simply invites us to be present. One conscious breath, and then another, and then another. Enough to solve. In a world, that often pulls us, our attention in every direction, the breath remains our faithful guide. It's always here, always waiting, always available. Because every conscious breath becomes a prayer. And eventually we begin to discover that yoga does not end when we leave the mat. Yoga continues in how we walk through the world. So as we reflect on all of this, some questions arise. So what happens when we leave the meditation cushion? What happens when we leave the yoga mat? What happens when we return to our homes, to our families, our work, and the responsibilities of daily life? Because ultimately, yoga is not something that happens for an hour each day. Yoga is a way of living, a way of meeting each moment, a way of relating to ourselves, to others, and to life. The real test of yoga is not what happens in the yoga hall. The real test of yoga is when life becomes challenging. Can we remain present? Can we listen deeply? Can we respond rather than react? Can we meet ourselves and others with compassion? Yoga continues in how we speak, how we listen, how we serve, and how we love. Every conversation becomes an opportunity to practice awareness. Every relationship is an opportunity to practice compassion. So life becomes showing up fully to the person that's in front of you. These moments may seem ordinary, yet yoga teaches us that the sacred is often hidden within the ordinary. We do not need to withdraw from life to practice yoga. Life itself becomes the practice. The family becomes the practice. The workplace becomes the practice. The community becomes the practice. Every moment becomes an opportunity to remember. And perhaps this is why yoga remains so relevant today, because the world does not need more perfect yogis. The world needs more presence, more compassion, more understanding, more love. The mat prepares us. Life is the practice. So as I reflect on the path of yoga, I find myself still returning to that moment with the inflatable globe in my hand, standing there in North Carolina, looking at the opposite side of the earth, realising that I had travelled as far away from my birthplace as a human being can go. And yet, I was still here. That realisation continues to stay with me, because it reminds me that while so much of life changes, something remains. The body changes, the mind changes, our circumstances change, our understanding changes. The world around us is constantly changing. Yet there's still something within us that quietly witnesses it all. Something present through every chapter of our lives. Something present through every joy and every sorrow. So yoga invites us to discover this for ourselves through presence, through awareness, and through remembering. Because it speaks to something universal within every one of us. The longing to know who we truly are. The longing to come home to ourselves. Beneath the movement of life. And so after all the journeys, after all the practices, after all the seeking, we may discover something beautifully simple. What we have been searching for has never been absent. It has been here all along. Closer than thought, even closer than the breath. Closer than any destination we could ever reach. So you can travel to the other side of the world, but you can never travel away from yourself. So let us just take a gentle breath together. Allow the eyes to close. Feel the breath entering. Feel the breath leaving. Nothing to change. Nothing to become. Simply rest. Aware. Present. Whole. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. And may all beings be free. And may your practice lead you not somewhere else, but more deeply into the miracle of being exactly who you are. Sakaruna Maharaj Ki Jai.
just had it sitting close, being breathed by the divine as the breath was feeling, as I was feeling it on my skin. I was feeling my hair move. I was feeling my clothes sort of gently ruffle. And I had this incredible moment of, this is the breath. This breath guiding us, beautiful day on this beautiful journey that we are all feeling together. And I think that is the message of one. We are one. We are hit in the heart. That what to say. And as I was preparing this, there's so much talk about a challenge. It's like, okay, what am I going to do in 10 minutes? It stuck with me was that we are one consciousness. And I just give you on all of the dimensions of the breath and explain what the breath is versus what prana is. Conscious with ourselves. Pranayama is an ancient including respiration, circulation, digestive pulses, fluid. Let's look at this a little bit from the yoga between respiration, because respiration, which we all do, we need that's different. The rest of yoga, everything, all. When we develop this relationship with prana, this breathing. Wow, I'm starting to understand how this breath is moving me, how this breath is changing me. And you can start practice that is through that divine relationship that you cultivate. That is really yoga. That's it in a nutshell. The word comes from Sanskrit. Prana means life force, and ayama means to control or direct. So we are literally consciously directing our life force energy. And that is big. Just breathe that in. Just breathe that. We are consciously directing our life force energy. In the movie of the Star Wars trilogy, Empire Strikes Back, to Luke, know the force nor calm peace. Force is my ally and a power. Life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us. And Yoda's description with the According to Patanjali, asana are we can practice yoga without union. The breath guides the steadiness of the body. He also said that if the mind is agitated, the breath will be agitated. And redirect its attention, we must learn how to regulate breath. Through regulating breath, we develop this relationship with prana. So the breath has involuntary and voluntary qualities, which I've described, right? So the involuntary quality is us breathing. We have to breathe. It's an involuntary action. We're all breathing. But the shift becomes when we pay attention to the breath, when we slowly shift our awareness, and even just, oh, I'm breathing. What is my breath doing? Where is it going? Is it shallow? Is it racing? What is happening to my body as I breathe? What can I feel as I breathe? Can I feel the breath all the way into my toes? Can I feel the breath on my skin? Can I feel the breath moving up in to my pineal gland, all the way up? How is my body responding to my breath? Is my mind softening as I breathe? When we begin to develop a relationship with the breath by consciously regulating the inhalations and the exhalations, and the breath retention, this is another key, the breath retention. This is building prana. This is building our life force. This becomes something that never leaves us until we take our last breath. We build our life force. We build our vital container. We build resilience. We become that sacred container, which then we can, just in that sacred container, we become that sacred space for others, so that they can understand how to breathe, so that they understand how to move through their energy, so that they understand and they're allowed, and we can give them the permission to feel what they're feeling. This is how we unite and we become one through this practice. So, in my thoughts, as I was putting this together, I thought, so science is always interesting. And by deliberately holding our breath, this creates temporary intermittent hypoxia, which is low oxygen, paired with hypercapnia, which is rising carbon dioxide. So on the biological level, this is what's happening. When we increase carbon dioxide, we take in oxygen flow, and there's an exchange. But see even the relationship here happening at the level that it's just happening. It's just happening, right? Gases are being exchanged, and it's all happening. But when it's practiced in a safe environment and we really start to regulate and move with our breath, I like this word, this word hormesis, which is a Greek word. I don't know if anybody has heard of this word, but I think it's pretty cool. It means positive stress that helps our body to adapt and strengthen. So through this hormesis, we start to build this container. We start to build this life force. We start to understand how sacred this is. This is ours, right? The breath can't, no one can take the breath away from us. And then the science says the benefits of this, of course, are boosted oxygen efficiency, I can't say that word. So, but we start to feel really good. We start to feel really good. The more we breathe, the better we feel, right? And we increase our CO2 tolerance, which is also really big because what we're doing is we're building that life force container, right? So from science, we're doing this, we're building prana. Breath training builds tolerance to both CO2 tolerance and oxygen air efficiency. What happens through this? Nervous system regulation, mind quieting, digestive system regulating, right? These are just the physical things. Sleep, huge. I can't tell you, people with sleep apnea, when they start doing pranayama, what happens? It's mind-blowing. It also helps with mental resilience. And here's why. Pranayama takes this science one step further. Because what science is talking about breath regulation, pranayama is talking about kumbhaka. And everything happens in the pause. Kumbhaka means the pause. So pranayama takes science one step further. It's the sacred pause. It's the space where everything and nothing meet. It's the space where your inner cosmos meets the outer cosmos. It's the space where life and death are doing a simultaneous dance. And so when we inhale and pause, and then we exhale and pause, and the pause could be a moment, the pause can be 30 seconds. It doesn't matter, but the pause is the magic. The secret sauce is in the pause. On a physical level, when we pause, we live without breath. We live without thought. There's no mind. There's no time. There's no emotion. There's just peace. It's in that space that we become reborn. Because we don't become reborn in the next life, well, we do, but we also become reborn in the next breath. Every breath, we're reborn. Every inhale is birth. Every single inhale. And so the magic of life and death happening through that breath is so deeply sacred and so deeply profound. Pranayama bridges the gap with everything. It bridges the gap with our mind and our heart. It bridges the gap between the mind and the nervous system. It bridges the gap with every energy system. I can go through them one by one by one, but there's not one thing that pranayama doesn't touch. Not one thing. And it also touches us in a way that we can't explain because it is our connection to the divine. It's the gateway, it's the doorway to the divine. Pranayama is a play of consciousness. Everything about pranayama is a play. Everything about it. It's a play of consciousness. So let's go into that pause and just take a moment where we inhale. Let your pause be very natural, comfortable, but be with it. And then exhale. And pause. And continue. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Let yourself be guided. We're so surrounded by pranayama here. Feeling the inner cosmos connecting to the outer cosmos. Feel the pause. Embrace the pause. Linger in the pause. Let yourself be loved by the pause. Everything happens in that pause. Because suddenly it's just not there anymore in the pause. There's nothing but love in that pause. And there's nothing more sacred than meeting yourself in that space where only love exists. There's nothing else. And this is where we can feel that union. This is where we can meet yoga, in that space. This is where we can feel that we are truly one in love. Only love. Only love. Only love. Only love. Only love. Only in this space. Feeling the body soften. Feeling all the tensions melt away. Feel that life force growing within. That is you. Welcome home. That is your unique life force that no other being has, only you. Incredible love. Let yourself be breathed by that love, that you can meet yourself in that space. Slowly taking one big inhale. And exhale. Bringing hands to the heart. Satguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai.
Thank you, Leela. That was beautiful. So Sean is going to demonstrate Padahastasana 1. And then we're all going to do it together as our little warm-up into asana practice. And without knowing what Leela's talk was going to include today, we chose an asana that includes breath hold, breath retention. So Sean is going to demo in his fullest expression of this asana. When we all stand up and do it together, you can also sit doing it in your chair as well. And you'll do your fullest expression of it, which might look quite different. Okay. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, left hand and arm reaching down, right arm reaching up. Hold the breath. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, right arm towards the floor, left arm up. And the head bends over just because we're reaching that much down to the ground. And hold your breath. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, forward fold. And if accessible to you, grab the big toes with the peace fingers, and with the tip of the thumb reaching the tip of the big toe, this pineal gland. And you're holding your breath on the exhale. Inhale, rise up, flat back. Exhale, slight back bend, but again we're bending back only because the chest is lifting so high to the sky, to the heaven that we must. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, touch the ground. Inhale, rise up. Exhale into Anjali Mudra, hands in front of the heart. So let's do this all together. You can spread out a bit. You can do this entire asana in a chair as well. And if reaching the big toes is not accessible to you, you can fully bend the knees. And one of the most important things in this posture is the breath. So if you do nothing else, just follow the breath and the breath retention. And for those of you, if you don't have the space, you can also just put hands onto knees, whatever is accessible to you. And we're going to breathe together. Inhale, right arm up. left reaching, and you hold your breath. Inhale, left arm up or right arm up, whichever opposite. Exhale, stretching fully. Hold your breath on the exhale. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, forward fold to the big toes, bend the knees, whatever is accessible, and hold your breath. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms reaching to the sky. Exhale, chest lifts up, slight arch back, hold the breath. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold to the ground. And inhale, stretching all the way back up, arms to the sky. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, prayer pose, hands in front of the heart. We'll do this one more time for our warm-up for the asana class. Inhale, right arm up. Left arm is reaching towards the ground, perfect, and hold the breath. Inhale, left arm up, right arm down. Hold the breath on the exhale. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, forward fold. Grab the big toe if that's accessible and hold the breath on the exhale. Inhale, rise up, reaching all the way up to the sky. Look back, chest lifted. Exhale into prayer pose, Anjali Mudra, hands in front of chest. Thank you. Paula's going to give us some instructions for splitting up for asana practice now.
Good morning. My name is Paula, and I'm one of the organizers of this wonderful Hatha Yoga Day. And before I get started, I would like to just say thank you, gratitude to Sean, to Leela, to Mary, Tanya, for your offering this morning. You know, Sean said something that really touched me, I guess because I live all the way in Rome, and it was like the furthest place from my birthplace, San Francisco, Rome, and I'm still here. And I thought, how am I still here? I'm still here because of the path of yoga. I'm still here because of the path of yoga. And maybe some of you can just pause right now and think about how yoga has been such an important part of your life. And that's why we are still here. I'm from the old school. The 1975 school. And yoga has been a part of my life ever since then. So it's okay to be so far away from my birthplace. All the way in a country I never thought I would be, but I survived because of the path of yoga. And we are here today, and I want to thank also Devyani for maintaining this wonderful place for us to come back to year after year so we can practice and create more community. This is community, yeah? This is our community. This is the community that we do sadhana with, we chant with, we meditate, we do hatha yoga. If you didn't know that you were a part of this community, today you know you're a part of this community, so please come and participate in all the programs. Sean also spoke about Tadasana, the mountain pose, where you were able to just sit and be and stand in front of that mountain and the power of the mountain, the strength that you get from the mountain. This is something that we practice in Hatha Yoga. The awareness of that connection of the elements that are outside that also exist inside of us. And we come to know this through the practice of our yoga. How to stand firmly grounded in our space in life. That's what we're doing here. This is where the path of yoga takes us. I'm still here. I'm still here. You also mentioned, Sean, the community is the practice, which made me think in Baba's days, someone, said, well, Baba, well, how can all of these people just transform? What is your method of their transformation in their life? They just put two people together and give them some seva to do. I think some of you who've been around get that. You just put two people together and that transformation starts to take place inside. And that's another practice in which we do here. When I first started working with Mary, I didn't know Mary. There was the, Mary, conflict, a little bit of, oh my God, I love that woman. This is what it is. Just that time that it takes to transfer the practices that we're doing, the meditation, the chanting, the yoga, the philosophies of yoga, into that person that's standing in front of you. And it all makes sense. It all makes sense. And so what we practice here is what we can begin to give to the world as well. In this small little community, we begin to understand who we are, and we begin to treat others with respect and love. And Leela, you touched upon so many beautiful things about the breath, the breathing. It's just fantastic. The pulsation, the holding of the breath, which we were talking about yesterday in our class, that Kumbhaka. And that was another gift that was given by Baba, the holding of the breath, the holding of the inhalation before you exhale. Why? it gives the breath a moment to change the channels of his breathing, just from that upward breathing, but also into the back of the neck, into the head, into the Sushumna Nadi, where transformation begins to happen. And Leela also spoke about awareness through life. Breath. Breathe shortly. And that's how I start. So you see all these wonderful things that and it's our tools. What's in your toolbox? What can you use? Our lives are not going to just magically change. Events are not just magically going to go out of our life. Whatever karmas we have to go through, we will go through them physically, with our families, with our neighbors, with our friends. We will go through those karmas, but we'll have our toolbox, and we will have the support of our community, our love and our chanting and our meditation and the understanding of the philosophy of the scriptures. This is how we walk. This is how we go forward. Right now, we're going to be able to experience what Hatha Yoga feels like in your body, with breath, with movement, with awareness. So we're going to ask everyone to participate, and you will have 3 different opportunities. You can stay with me out on the patio, and I will be conducting classical Hatha Yoga. Okay, just a classical method of Hatha Yoga. Mary will be here in the Namaste room, and she will be giving the theory and the teachings and guiding you through the movements of Surya Namaskar. Catherine, did I say that in so Italian? Caterina. Catherine will be downstairs, and she will offer a gentle yoga class. Okay, so please don't crowd into Katharina's class downstairs. I know everyone here, gentle yoga. I'm going gentle yoga down. Okay, choose whatever you like, and you'll have that opportunity for 30 minutes. After the 30 minutes, you can switch to another class, and you can try either the Surya Namaskar or the classical yoga. Okay, and I think Tanya's going to let us know when those 30 minutes are up, and we all have to switch to another location. Thank you. Yes, please.
Just a quick question. Which class would be best for a total beginner like me?
Why did you ask that? Okay. Okay. Because this is a question on everyone's mind. A total beginner? It's okay. You can go wherever. Yeah, you can go wherever. Mary's going to be aware when she does the Surya Namaskar of the beginners in her class. And for sure, Catherine will be aware for the gentle yoga. But I'm not so aware, okay? So that's the precaution. But I will always help you and guide you through. I see you. So you can choose whatever class you like. And we'll meet back here in about an hour. Ma, how did that time get to be 10 minutes to 12? Okay. Yeah, let's just keep going with our schedule. Okay. Because afterwards we'll be watching a video together, be able to chant together, and have meditation. Let's just enjoy our day. And if time goes by, time will go by. Okay, please choose your places. There'll be yoga mats in each location. If you're with me outside, please pick up a chair and bring it outside to the deck with you. I will be doing a little chair hatha yoga here this morning. Okay, see you back here at 1 o'clock or 10 minutes to 1. Enjoy your yoga. Thank you. Well, you need to have, also, I'm going to show you. We're going to stand up and put your hands onto the chair. And we're going to just walk back and stretch the spine. So you're going to step back. And move back until you feel like you're in a downward facing dog pose. And almost walk your feet back to
stretch in the back of your legs. Step a little further back.
Good morning, everyone. Sit for what?
Here in yoga.
Taking a comfortable posture.
And your hips.
Allow yourself
For that beautiful stretch on the spine. And that means that you pull your hips back.
So this is a traditional practice that the energy of the sun. As we practice, our body relaxes, the mind calms, and we can feel energized through the day.
Used to do
So we're going to do it in a slow way, so everyone can just begin to understand how to do it.
in yoga.
And we will start with a relaxation before they go into the practice of sitting. So please lay down on the floor. Shavasana.
And lift your hips and round your spine. And start to push your head down to your chair.
Open your
Keep
legs
the rounding of the
a little
spine.
wider than
As
your
you start to
hips.
go forward or towards the
Allow the
chair.
toes to go out,
There we go.
even the inside of
Push
the
down the palms.
legs.
Keep going forward.
The arms by your sides with the palms facing up.
Now lift your abdominals and look towards the
Taking the
wall.
chin to the chest, closing the
Exactly.
throat.
And now lift your
Aligning the
hips
back of
and
your
press
head
the
to
chair
your
and
neck.
pull back. And so what you can say to yourself,
With the
that
earth.
was one. That was one.
And allow the body to be
You
still.
want to really get into your breathing and your yoga.
Take awareness to the
Do
nostrils.
maybe 5 of those. Let's try.
Begin to feel
Heels
the air
up towards the
going
ceiling.
in.
Round the spine
The
first.
air coming out.
Keep the rounding of the spine and go
Listen.
forward and towards the
The
chair.
body.
Beautiful. There, from there, lift the abdominal.
Learning to relax those. In fact, open.
You did it, and then
What
push up.
everything
and come
is for
back.
you today.
Pull back.
So we begin learning to let go and
Now let's see
open
for the
our
next
heart
3,
and
we
mind.
can coordinate it with your breathing. Heels up and towards the ceiling. Round the spine.
Your eyes closed.
Cat
and
pose.
your face relaxed.
Keep your cat pose all the way
Observe your
forward.
sankalpa, your intention
Keep
for
your cat.
the session today. So
Now
when we
lift your abdominals.
observe our sankalpa,
Lift up. Thank you,
we
Georgia.
begin
And
to
now push back.
the body.
Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Lift the heels. Round the spine.
Taking the awareness to the nostrils and to the breath.
So rounding of the spine, moving all the way forward and towards the chair. In that moment, you lift
We're
and
going to
you
do a
go back.
complete breath. So exhale, taking the prana out, just exhale, let it go.
Heels up.
Inhale into the belly and pause.
Going forward, tailbone
Inhale
down.
into the ribs and pause.
Going all the way down.
Inhale into the chest and pause. Exhale down the belly, the ribs,
Step the right foot forward,
the chest.
forward, and release.
Once more, inhale into the belly and pause.
Everybody wants to
Inhale into the ribs,
sit down.
Pause.
No.
Down to the chest.
Okay, so we're gonna complete this series.
Eso, belly. Breathe.
You can work with the chair.
We are the prana. We need to activate inside the body. Feel the prana, the life force in the
And she's
body.
gonna do it one more time. Bring the heels up. Round the
Inhale
spine.
with exhalation. Lift both knees to
Forward.
the
She's coming
chest,
down.
belly.
Yes. And then she's gonna bring that leg back
Visualize the spine.
and into her dog.
Inhale with exhalation. Take the forehead to the
And
knees.
once again, heels up.
And
Round
with the inhalation, we're taking the back down. Okay.
Step the left foot out.
Once more. Inhale coming out from the belly.
Nice stretch in your pelvic.
And with
This
exhalation,
is a lunge. Ah.
once more. Inhale. Exhale, coming down. Inhale with exhalation, take both arms, align to the shoulders with the thumbs facing up. So feel the openness of the chest with both legs together. Inhale with exhalation, take the feet a little bit down. Just feel the side of the floor. And with exhalation, go to the right side. So the right hand goes to the left leg, the head to the left side. You can, if it's comfortable for you. So just relax the lower back.
And go forward towards the
Inhale from the belly to the chest.
Need the and pull back.
Right knee. And with exhalation, look to the right hand.
Yes.
And again, feel that please. Listen to my instruction. Chest. Pulse at the back. Down. Exhalation. Side, just feel the breath. And with the help of the left hand, push down. Inhale, coming up.
Bend your knees.
And with the exhalation, you're going to stand up at the beginning of the mat.
Next to your feet.
So we make this little relaxation once before Surya Namaskar. So we're going to begin doing slowly and then we're going to do 2 or 3 rounds in a rhythm that is more
So good for the stretching of the spine.
not really but with more another energy. So the first posture of Surya Namaskar is Tadasana. So remember what Shan said. You can
Now
bring
here,
that image of the mountain, the stillness of the mountain in the posture. So you take both feet together. You can take the thumbs together and take the
so from your feet to your hips,
toes
just have
and the heels a little bit apart. If it's comfortable for you, but maybe your Tadasana
it makes it
has to
easier.
be with both feet aligned to the
Push your
legs
hips towards
and the
the
hips. So each
side
body is different.
and slowly
So when we begin to strike this,
that's
we
one.
begin to connect with our own body and the way. So you have
Hands
to
can be either on your shin,
feel your body.
touch
So
your
come to
toes.
Tadasana.
Now push your pelvic towards
When we
the
come to
spine.
Tadasana, we're
Squeeze the top of your thigh muscle.
creating our foundation,
And that's two.
not only for our yoga practice, but the foundation how we want to live our lives. So activate your muscles of the legs.
Bend your knees.
So imagine that your legs are your roots.
Push
Where
the
you're
pelvic
standing
off
in
of the
life.
legs and start to straighten.
Inhale, take both
Slowly,
arms
slowly.
up, shoulders, and with exhalation, slowly take them back and down. Feeling the space between your shoulders and your ears.
Place your
In
hands
the
on
inhalation, take the attention of the awareness to the head and try to take the head up, like from the top of the head up to the sky. And with exhalation, take both palms forward, opening your finger, feeling the energy in the palms of your hands. The connection with earth to the feet. The connection with the sky to the top of the head. The energy in your hands, in your palms. Close your eyes.
Move the skin down.
Allow the posture to take you to that deep place of stillness. The awareness to the breath. Again, feeling the breath coming in,
Yoga is trying to follow the instructions.
the breath coming out.
So just see in your own body. Because I know some of you are really.
Inhale, open your eyes with exhalation. Take your hands to the chest,
But if you take the instructions.
the head down. We're going to pause for a moment. The posture. You're taking your mind to your heart. Allow
Skin down.
the mind to dwell in your heart space. Breathe. Feel the sensation. Open your eyes in the inhalation. Both arms out,
Feels on your body.
back, up. Take your side to your hands. Stay here for a moment. Relax
You
your
don't have
shoulders.
to do a lot
Breathe.
in your yoga. You don't have to do a lot.
Expand the body, expand the mind. And with exhalation, you're coming down from the center to the earth. If you cannot take your hands to the floor, you can bend the knees. You can take your hands to your ankles, take the chin to the chest. Stay here for a moment. Push the feet down to the floor. In your next inhalation, take the right leg back, the knee on the floor. And with the inhalation, we're taking both arms again, back, up. Exhale, take them back down to the floor. Inhale, with exhalation, take the legs back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay here for a moment. Just to feel the body stretching, feel both the feet and the palms on the floor, chin to the chest. In the next inhalation, take the heels up, shoulders aligned to the hands. And from here, without breathing, we're doing this just to understand how it goes. Back, we're coming down to the floor. Take the elbows at the side. With the inhalation, you come forward.
It's the pelvic.
Exhale, up and back. Inhale, take the right leg forward, the left knee down. Inhale, take both hands up. Exhale, down. Left leg forward. Inhale, with the exhalation coming down. Inhale, both arms out, up, back. Exhale, come to center.
Yeah, beautiful yoga.
Inhale, Tadasana.
And then from there we go into
Exhale, to the chest.
So you
up. Exhale, down. Left leg back. Inhale, knee to the floor. Looking up. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Mumbaka, don't breathe. Go to a plank pose, the knees, taking the chest down. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. Inhale, left leg forward, right knee down, looking up. With exhalation, push the left foot down, take the right leg forward, move down and back. Inhale, both arms at the side, open your heart, take the energy of the sky. And with exhalation, take your hands to the chest. Make a pause here for a moment. Just feel the heart beating, the heat, the light. Feel the touch in your palms, the union of your hands at the middle of your body, and breathe. We're gonna repeat again. So inhale with exhalation again. Come to Tadasana with the awareness of the stillness of the body, the stillness of the mind. Inhale, exhale, take both hands together in a praying position. In the inhalation, you're going back and up, open your heart. Exhale, and up. Inhale, right leg back, the knees, take the knee to the floor, look it up. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Kumbhaka, come to a plank posture, and from there you take the knees, the elbows back and down. Inhale, open, cobra. Exhale, back. Inhale, take your right leg forward, left knee down, look it up. Exhale, take the left leg forward.
The best way to start the triangle. And take my hand onto the chair. So that's the beginning part. Beautiful. Okay, if you get confused, you can follow Luann. Yes. You go ahead and straighten that leg. Let your arm reach out. Take the opposite arm up.
Inhale, left leg forward, down, up. Exhale, push with the left leg, come forward.
This is good. Arm up.
Leg
Open yourself. Arm onto the chair, Durga, if you can.
Exhale,
Breathe. 1.
close your eyes.
Breathe. 2.
Begin to feel the
Breathe.
transformation.
3. Echo. 4. And 5. Inhale, come up. You see? To the other side.
Inhale with exhalation. Arms to the side. Inhale.
This depends on your distance.
Good.
Okay?
In the inhalation, we're coming up with the arms.
One more pose and then we're going to go down onto the floor.
5. Exhale, coming down. Change the chest.
Okay. Facing out in this direction.
Take the right leg back.
Okay.
Knee down. Looking up.
Here we go.
Exhale.
Shift the hips over towards the straight leg. So, no. Go like that. Echo.
In the inhalation.
Extend your arm. Bend leg first. Okay.
Exhale, open back.
This. Shift your hips to this direction. Just your pelvis.
Forward. Exhale, down.
So as you go for the chair, your pelvic is going to that exhale. See? And now straighten your front leg, and you just extend your body out onto the chair, top arm up. Ha. Breathe. Ha. Head back. Ha. Trikonasana, triangle pose. This position gives so much tranquility to the body. You probably say, no, that's not true. Not because of what I'm feeling right now, but it does. Now, breathe. Inhale, extend the arm out. Exhale, come up and come together. One, come together. Two. Take your chair, turn it around. Come down onto the floor. So you're going to take your calves onto the back of the chair to relax. So you're getting a little taste of everything, even a relaxation. Make sure that you move yourself as close as you can towards the chair. Over here is the pelvic has to rest forward to the chair. Go. Move. Good. That way you're comfortable here. Okay? Turn the palm of the hands up towards the ceiling because you receive now. You receive the work that you just did. Everyone, the top of your arm bones, let them relax. Please. Your hands are open so they're receiving.
Inhale, open your arm. With exhalation, come to center with your hand.
And it's at this point in our practice that we begin to understand. We move the body to quiet the mind. All the work that we're doing is to quiet the mind. Receive the breeze. Receive the air. Receive the love and celebrate.
Inhale, open. Inhale, right leg forward, leg down, up. Exhale, take the left
From the
leg
tip of your
forward.
toes to the crown of your head.
Inhalation again, coming up. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, to the chest. Inhale, up and back.
Slow inhalation. To give you a timing, a rhythm. Check in, tap into your own body. And what does that mean to breathe in slowly? What does it mean to exhale slowly?
Inhalation again, coming up. Exhale, coming.
The retention of the breath, the kumbhaka of the breathing. Let's go through that right now. Take a slow inhalation in,
Energize the body. Now, Shavasana.
and at the top of your inhalation, hold for just a moment, and then exhale it out. At the bottom of your exhalation, hold the breathing out for just a moment, before you start your inhalation. That's the practice. At the top of your inhalation, hold. Exhale. At the bottom of the exhale,
Like massage.
without any interruption. Breath in. You want to quiet the mind. You must renew your practice of breathing. Keeping the sacrum, the back of your spine relaxed onto the floor, to the ground, to the earth. So beautiful to practice yoga outside. Bellissimo, fantastic. Slowly begin to draw the knees up into your chest and just hug it in and see if there's any tension in the lower back. Please remember the knees are in the chest. Breathe the spine to the back. Breathe the spine towards the ground. Take out any tension you have in those muscles of the lower back. Keep your breathing with the movement that you're making. Stay into your body. Gentle, kind. If you can release what's going on in your lower back, it's that first and second chakra. If you can release, if you're so simply placing your hands onto the floor and slowly walking forward. Making space. Breathe the navel to the back of the spine as you walk forward. So you feel that pushing back. Just let it go. Release the tension of the lower back. And just pause for a moment as you're there, and then walk forward. Molto bene. Good. Come forward. Whenever you have the opportunities, sit with the spine straight. You're not going to always be that way, because it's not a natural pose for you, but when you can remember, straighten your spine. Bring the palm of your hands together in front of your chest. This is an honoring of you. This is an honoring of pausing and feeling who you are. You bow your head. Namaste. Namaste. Ciao. Okay, so wherever you like to go now, you can go. Downstairs, upstairs.
Should we just leave the mats here?
You can just leave everything exactly the way it is.
Thank you so much. I'm still here.
I'm still here.
I would hope so.
Which is prejudice and abstract demeanors. Stairs and
You're not gonna like the chair after you see what you're gonna do with the chair. Sometimes I think the chair is I love the chair. Yeah. So wonderful because the obvious is that you see a chair and you sit, right? No. Up you go. Wonderful. So I'm just going to show you a few yoga poses and using a chair because I feel like, you know, you're in your office, you're in your room, home, you see a chair in front of you and you go, oh, the obvious thing to do with the chair is to do some yoga. That's what I hope will come from this. Yes. Okay. So, let's see here, Caitlin. Okay, she's going to turn. She's going to place the palm of her hands onto the chair. And she's going to step all the way back, as far back as she can go. Right. And what pose is this? Downward dog. Who are you? Okay. So hands onto the chair, step back, downward facing dog. Your feet are parallel. Your hips are pushing up towards the ceiling. And your spine is straight. So bend your, if your hips are not pushing up, bend your knees. First thing, bend your knees. Make sure your spine is straight. Wow. Okay. Bend your knees. Now, hips up. Now straighten your spine. Keep your knees bent though. Keep your knees bent. And straighten your spine. Downward facing dog is all about the spine being straight. Oh, now that's beautiful. Okay, separate your feet so you have foundation. Yeah, bend your knees. Ha. Push your hips up towards the ceiling. Ha. Now swing back. There you go. Knees bent. Pelvic. Tilt. No, in this direction. Push your hips up with your pelvic. You're doing this. Watch this. You push your hips up, and then swing your spine back. You did it. Okay. And once you straighten your spine, you straighten your legs. Now, this is simple. Yeah. Come, get a mat. Take a mat. So I'm going to teach you how to go from your downward facing dog into a cobra pose. You lift your heels up towards the ceiling. Round your spine like a cat. So you have a rounding of the spine. Round the spine. Keep the rounding of the spine and start to lean forward towards the chair with a rounded spine. Don't lose the rounding. Push your hands down into the chair. Drop the hips, look forward. Open your heart. Oh, that's nice. And then lift up and pull back. Okay, you can consider that one. Okay. So we're back and downward facing dog. That was a long one. Okay. Please make sure your feet are parallel. In Hatha Yoga, we work with foundation from the feet all the way up. Go slow. Heels are going to lift up. High as you can go. Don't move. Now round the spine like a cat. Keep the rounding of the spine and lean forward towards the chair. Push your hands down. The key is keeping the spine rounded until your legs are straight. So you're going to come from here, Larry, and let's go together all the way. Open your chest, push the chair And go back. All the way back into downward facing dog. So that was 2. We're going to do 4 more in a continuous way. Work with your breathing, and we'll do it all together. Let's go. Inhale, heels up. Round the spine. Push down into the chair. Lift the abdominals and open the chest. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, heels up. Round the spine, push forward, push down into the chair. Heels up and pull back. Last 2, use your breathing. Inhale, heels up. Round the spine, Charlie. And go forward and towards the chair. Lift the chest. Oh, I love it. And last one on your own. By yourself. One more. And hold it. Now step your right foot forward and bring yourself up to standing. And you can turn towards the center of the room. How do you feel? Okay. Okay. No comments.
Much easier than on the floor. Much easier than getting up and down.
Yeah, I love the chair. I love chair work. Okay. I work with a lot of beginners, and what I'm noticing is our emotions are stuck here. Fascia nerve, huh? From here. So every day with these yoga poses, it is very, very good to have a little routine where you're stretching out the spine. To go into this series, I'll use your place here. Okay. So we're here. Over there. Come up. So it's here. I'm trying to iron out those muscles as I come forward. And lift up. Now from there, I'm going to go there. And I'm going to sing. Most of the people I know hang out with at 75. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You have to keep going and do the right things for your mind. And life goes by, but you're still able to do things. Go slow. Lifting the heels. Once you're there, you're just going to step that foot forward and you're going to sink a little bit and release the tension that you have in the lower back. Okay? Let's go. Hands onto the chair. Step all the way back, Charlie. Okay, yeah, you don't want to, I know. Okay. Go ahead. Heels up. Round the spine. Okay, Larry, once you're there, step that foot forward and see your flexibility. Right. Sink the pose. Sink the pose. You're breathing. And beautiful. Release it and come back up and step back into your dog pose. Heels pressed down. Separate your feet a little bit more. Pull back from your hips. Love it. Love it. Good. Okay. To the other side. Heels up. Round the spine first, Sean. Yeah. Now, step the left foot onto the outside of your chair and sink the hips. And back up. And press back. So that becomes rhythmic. And you start to get a rhythm with that. Heels up. Round the spine. Step the right foot to the outside of the chair. Exactly. So that foot comes here. And then you can lift your belly. Lift your chest. And come back up. And step back. Inhale, heels out. Round spine. Oh, this is nice. And come back up. And back. Okay, one time on your own so you don't forget it. Make it your own. This is your practicing at home on this last one. This is yours. Here you go. Okay. Good. Very nice. Open your heart. Yes. Beautiful. And you can go ahead, step the right foot forward and come up and just stand straight. Separate your feet the distance of your mat. So you're facing towards the center of the room. Of the distance of mat. Parallel. Another pose that I work with a lot. So this chair, a lot of chair things, and then also, so you know, with the Hatha Yoga, according to where life is at right now. And one of the poses that I've taken in is, you remember the movie The Last Samurai? Yeah, The Last Samurai. Yeah. And that's one of my favorite movies, by the way. And I guess it's because the position of the body. So, coming down, the hips go way back. But what I noticed with the samurai is that the trunk doesn't go down. The trunk stays in alignment with the pelvic, and they're here. What goes down is the pelvic and the trunk, the abdominals come up. Exactly. Here, Larry, push back. Exactly. Exactly. Good. So I think what is hard to do is to use this yoga energy, which is here, which is moving out, and the hips are moving back. Then you just come on down, Caitlin. Yeah. Work with the prana in the belly. Look forward, everyone. Come on down. Sean, the trunk of the body comes down. The shoulders come down. Exacto. So you're sitting. Okay, Enrico. Arrivato. From here, make sure your feet are parallel so you don't hurt your knee. Bring your feet in. Yeah, così. From here, I come down and I touch the floor. And now I know my hips go up to the ceiling and my head goes down to the floor. So you see, you had a preparation for Harsarita Padottanasana, which is a yoga pose. So let's come again, one more time. In. Watch your feet. It's here, everyone. Push back. Your hips will go up and your head will come down. Straighten the legs. You see that change? Take a breath there, everyone. Take a breath. Take a breath. Now I'll ask you to do one more thing on this pose. Squeeze the muscle at the top of your thigh. Just squeeze it. Stringi. Squeeze. And straighten your legs. Place the palm of your hands onto the hips. Bend your knees and come up. Take an exhalation out. From the feet, hips. If our feet are good, our hips are good. If our hips are good, our shoulders are good. Shoulders are good, the neck is good. Bring the energy from the feet all the way through the body. Step together, 1, step 2, together. Palm of the hands together. Now, we'll take one more position that I offer you before we lie down and relax, and that's Trikonasana, triangle pose with a chair. So you can take your chair and turn in this direction. Pose. Back. You're going to come all the way to the edge of your mat and step wide. You're going to turn your foot towards the chair. The foot that's facing the chair. You need to be wider if you want to go. You want to go in this direction. Turn. Turn in this direction. Start in this direction. Turn your body. No, you have to turn the whole body. Come. Just turn around. I know. Okay, here we go. Now, triangle pose. I don't know where, Sean, Can you come out and do it in this direction so they can see? I'm gonna go back here. Okay. So you start, come all the way to the end of your mat with your foot. You're going to bend down into your knee, but towards the chair. Just sit all the way down. Yeah. Push into your back leg. Now shift your pelvic. That's the key. That's the key. Shift your pelvic to the back leg. Place your hand onto the chair or the elbow onto the chair. So you're here. You shift. Echo. And let your arms stretch out. Ha. Keep stretching. Ha. Okay. Your hips keep pushing. The hips go in this direction. Hey, you're good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, straighten your front leg slowly. Push your hips back. Stretch your body out long. Oh. Take it opposite end. Oh. And now move the tail in. Full stretch. Oh, keep it in. So you get this. Here. When you can, push into this area and start to straighten slowly. Good. Okay, how we're doing here. One leg. This is straight. This is, yeah. Shift your hips and go into there. And go ahead. Move. Bellissimo. Just take your head back. Put your heart into it. Take your head out of it. Okay. And inhale, everyone come up to the other side. I can't believe you stayed so long because I was trying to help everyone. Turn to the other side. Go to the other side. Okay, start with, yes, the edge of your mat. The edge of your mat. And then step one. Okay. Okay. Okay, now Sean, you can come here. Good to see you. Okay, so the knee will bend. Your pelvic, and I think that's the strange thing. The pelvic shifts to the back leg. Wow. And the arm reaches for the chair. Ah. Okay, or the wall. Okay. Okay. This movement has to stay strong. And then slowly stretch your front leg straight when you can. Ha. Move your head out of it. Breathe, and your breathing is here. Take your head out of it. Watch this. Bring your heart into it. Ha. That's it. Ha. Take your head out of it. How do you stay? That's good. That's a good point. It's the back leg that's going to keep you in the pose. This is good. Push back. That's how much you want to go back there. Okay. Everyone, inhale and come on back up. Exhale. Last time, turn it towards the center of the room. Place the hands onto your hips. And wow. Come down. Wow. Touch the floor. Ah. Is with your breathing, you push your feet and you slowly lift your pelvic towards the sky to straighten your legs. That's one. Bend your knees. Push your hips towards the sky and straighten your legs. Ha. That's 2. One more. In the knees. Hips towards the sky. Straighten your legs. And that's. Place your hands onto your hips. Inhale and come up. Smile. Take your chair. And we'll just take 3 minutes. Bring your calves onto the back of the chair. You can sit down. You'll like this one. And lie down. Good. To the chair. This is fun, Ben. Yeah. These chairs, and then what you do is you do soften it. And those are the inner hip crease. Sometimes becomes too overworked in our poses, okay? So you just soften down in that area. Let your shoulders relax. The palm of the hands are facing the ceiling. Palm of the hands up. Receive. Receive. Receive anything. Yes. Receive the wind. Just a little closer so you can relax your back even more. Yeah. And let your back relax. Moving from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Releasing the agitation of your emotions. Releasing the mind. Once again, lift the prana. Breathe in from the base of the spine towards the crown of the head. Release. Release thoughts. Last time. Breathe in. The right side. And come. So we did so many different poses to release the lower back, where a lot of our emotions are located. One of the simple things you can do is just sitting on the floor and just walk. And then bringing your hands back up towards your legs. You can actually leave the yoga mats here. We'll come later and we'll take all the yoga mats up. You can use some chairs back in the room.